Hi everyone. Sorry about my IT issue. Good morning and good afternoon. My name is Xiufeng, I lecture in digital media at the University of Sussex in the UK. My co-author Lianrui is a lecturer in digital media and society at the University of Sheffield, the UK. She is here to support me as well. So today I'll talk about our ongoing research project, mapping AI policymaking in China. Could you go to the next slide, please? Yeah. So first, let me briefly probably some people already discussed AI tools in China. So I just give more examples, and I also explain the importance of exploring AI governance. So it's now quite common to see robots serving food in the restaurant across cities, not just big cities, also small cities. And since 2018, the companies like Meituan and Xiufeng use autonomous delivery robots in urban environments like Shenzhen and Beijing to deliver food and parcels. And AI is also embedded in everyday life. For example, you can see it becomes part of early childhood education, helping children learn and interact with AI tools as friends. So from an everyday perspective, it's very important to ensure AI good for people. Since AI technology is still like a baby, I would say so, like a baby. So it could go wrong in everyday life and also could cause technical and ethical risks. So in this case, AI governance is crucial, particularly at the very early stage of AI development. Globally, the governments consider AI as a superpower, developing national and international AI standards to drive their own economic and social advancement, and inspiring to build a global AI ecosystem. So similarly, the China's emerging AI governance framework makes efforts to reshape how AI technology is built and deployed within China and internationally impact both Chinese technology exports and global AI innovation. Can you go to the next, please? Next slide, please. Yeah, thanks. So scholars have started paying attention to Chinese governmental AI policy documents. Analysts and the media sometimes produce translations and analyze with their impact just days after their release. But the China's AI policy is largely studied in mainstream international discourse. And so, for example, like in the West, the China's regulations are quite often seen purely through the lens of geopolitical competition, like comparing Chinese AI governance with that of the US, Australia, or the EU. So we argue here that these Chinese regulations deserve a more careful, in-depth, and comprehensive study. So our goal is to understand what constitutes AI policy and the emerging actors in Chinese AI policy making and the policy instruments, especially like new policy instruments that has been mobilized in Chinese AI governance. To answer these questions, we collected and analyzed policy documents issued by both national and the private sectors. But today's presentation just focuses on state-issued policies. Can we move to the next slide, please?
Done. Yeah, that's all good. You can keep going.
The literature slide.
Yeah, I'm on the literature slide.
Cool. Cheers. So the AI policy studies and the imaginaries of AI offer the ideas of the content of AI regulations. This is very like a big topic in the literature, and they want to say what kind of aspects of the AI are being regulated, and also how governments formulate them, and the role of AI governance in developing AI technologies, and the kind of differences between Chinese AI policies and those of other countries. And the literature on AI imaginaries allows us to analyze what the imaginary of Chinese AI governance is and how it potentially shapes the development and the regulation of the future AI technologies, as well as public discourse on AI in China. So right now, I just explained our research background, the design, and I explained the theoretical framework of our studies. So if you could move to the next slide, please.
Done.
Yeah, so I'm going to share some findings that emerged from our data. So firstly, we discovered that the AI policymaking is constituted by diverse policy topics. For example, if you could see it, and the top five themes are related to the technical aspect of AI, technical part like the AI standard systems and the AI theoretical and technical system. And also the top five themes include international competition and cooperation in AI, and also the digital governance ecosystem. So on the right side, we can see the recent example of generative AI regulation. So this regulation considers impacts of AI on various areas, including industrial development, human rights, ethical issues, technical innovative development, national security, and the use of data and algorithms. So it's quite common to see like a single policy document cover multiple topics. So a variety of topics in policy documents demonstrates imagery of AI articulated in Chinese policies, which is quite technological. They talk about a lot of how to improve the technology, AI technology, and also it's very ethical and sustainable. So this is our first key finding. Let's move to the next slide. Is about our second finding, please.
Yep, done.
So we also identified three types of actors involved in Chinese AI policymaking, spanning various legal, administrative, and industrial sectors. For example, the Cyberspace Administration of China issued 9 AI policies, and the screenshot above shows one of them. Is about the facial recognition technology. So this ministry targets specific AI-related issues. The bottom is showing the new agency, which is AI Governance Professional Community. It is established in 2019. It directs policymaking in overseeing AI ethics governance for widespread industrial application. So let's move to the next slide, which is our third finding, please.
Done.
Yes. So our analysis of 9 years of policies shows changes in policy focuses over time in China, which are shaped by national and global social, economic, and political contexts. For example, the year 2020 marked a watershed moment in AI policymaking. Due to increasing tension from the Sino-US trade war and a noticeable slowdown in China's economy in 2019. And also, there's like the market competition, which is ushered in by OpenAI's announcement of the very early version, GPT-3. So faced economic pressures and global competition from 2021 onwards, the official discourse on AI governance began to significantly highlight a range of new policy instruments. So the state aims to transition from being a world factory to becoming a leader in innovative technology. It tries to seek to boost economic productivity and industrial development through the power of AI. So this is why like the government really takes care of the AI's development and the policy making. To conclude, I didn't add this slide but I just to make a conclusion. So our finding map out the Chinese approach to AI governance from 2016 to 2024. So we argue that understanding Chinese AI policy making requires considering its history, social, political, and economic situations. Our ongoing project aims to enrich the debates about the global AI governance from a Chinese perspective, and it allows us to have the further exploration into the emerging political economy of AI development in China. So that's our talk. Thank you very much.
Good morning and good evening for everyone. My name is Yuguo. Today I'm honored to present our research on the factors of resistance to market-driven AI in the art sector. This study was conducted by Yuguo, me, Yufan Yang, and Qianhui Zhu, and it will be presented at the 21st Chinese Internet Research Conference. There is an outline for our study, which includes 8 parts: introduction, research methods, research question, data collection, data analysis, discussion, conclusion, and last part, references. To explore our research question, we employed a quantitative comparative analysis approach. These methods allow us to analyze multiple cases systematically and identify patterns and factors that contribute to resistance against market-driven AI in the art sector. By comparing 28 different cases, we can gain a comprehensive understanding of the differences that exist. Let me introduce our cases a little bit. There is a trend in the AI technology development on both platforms. The one is the ArtStation, and another one is the Lofter. And this trend is driven by the commercial interest rather than the ethical consideration. These tech giants accelerate AI system deployment in pursuit of the market share. So it may lead to the potential societal harms and also raise some concerns by these artists. So it caused a backlash in the AI art creation domain. NetEase's Lofter platform launched AI avatar generator tool, which sparked users' skepticism, and the ArtStation perceived lackluster no AI labeling also triggered the joint artist boycott. Also, there is accusations of platforms disrespecting creators' intellectual property rights. So there are many mass account deletions by artists in protest, triggering an online backlash. So after that, we use QCA as our methodology, which could enable analysis of multiple cases in complex situation. It can help to explain why change happens in some cases but not others. So we use the CSQCA, and this is based on 2 assumptions. Firstly, that change is often the result of different combinations of factors rather than on any one individual factor. And secondly, different combination of factors can produce similar changes according to Ragin's research. And here is our research question. The central one for driving our study is what combination of elements would make AI resistance get more attention on both Lofter and ArtStation? And another research question would be, according to research question 1, in Lofter and ArtStation, how do the popular combinations of variables differ? So according to our literature review, we have hypothesized configurations from content layer and format layer. So in the data collection part, our data collection process involved gathering information from 28 distinct cases within the art sector. These cases include various art forms and contexts. And through the interview surveys and case studies, we collect a lot of users' activities, meaning on the hashtag AI backlash, and ArtStation users' activities, meaning on the hashtag No to AI. So because these two platforms have different functions, Lofter allows the text-only contents, while the ArtStation not allow the text-only contents. They are only allow the photo-only contents. So based on their characteristics and their unique functions, each app has its own sampling strategy. Although we have both selected 40 cases randomly from the Lofter and ArtStation, but Lofter we base on the hashtag AI backlash and the latest comment order, collect 50 top contents and select 40 cases among them. And for the ArtStation, we're basing on the relevance order, collected 50 top contents, filter the photo-only contents manually, and then select 40 cases randomly. And for example, for the Lofter, their sample is just like this. There is a photo, and there is also a discussion about it. And for the ArtStation, the main point for this sample is that photo. And although there is a discussion that ArtStation is not allowed the text-only messages. And for our data analysis, we found that we identify 11 configurations in Lofter and identify 7 configurations in ArtStation. And we found that strong variables include whether their contents emphasize on public protest, policy and governance, alternative imaginaries, data exploitation are strong variables. And these are weak variables like bias, privacy, bloggers' fans account, and whether these contents have photos, and these variables are a little bit weak. And we also found that with public protest, policy and governance, only it will be the most popular choice. And in the ArtStation, the analysis would be much more different. Um, they have strong variables like whether their contents emphasize on the public protest. They also have the policy and governance alternative imaginaries, but data exploitation is not the strong variable. And also we found some weak variables include photo quality and photo originality. We found that the public protest plus another imaginaries will be the most popular choice. And here is some discussion about our analysis results. First, we discuss the key concerns driving the resistance include privacy, bias, and data exploitation. And after that, we also discuss the competing visions of AI. For example, there is a dominant free market vision, and also there is a alternative civic visions. And each visions help us to understand the AI backlash activities much more better. And also we discuss the mechanism of the resistance, why the spreading of the label "No AI on each apps" matters, and also there is a growing calls for AI regulation from platforms or levels above. Also, we discuss the struggle between competing AI imaginaries. And in our conclusion part, we have we found 3 primary domains which precipitates backlash formation resistant to market-driven AI in both domestic and overseas contexts. The first one is the public protest. various grassroots campaigns against harmful uses of AI. And the second part is policy and governance. There are growing calls for AI regulation and accountability. Also, the last part is about alternative imaginaries. It emerged the counter narratives that reimagine the AI. Also, we have the suggestions. The effective resistance required broad correlations between the policymaker, researchers, civil society groups, and the public. We highlight the diverse factors contributing to the resistance against data-driven AI in this art sector. And by understanding these actors, we aim to foster a more informed dialogue between AI developers and art community. Our goal is to ensure that technological advancements support and enhance human creativity rather than undermine it. And thank you for your attention.